Three key figures at the centre of the current debate on police and racism: the Home Secretary, the Metropolitan Police Commissioner, and in the middle, and in the minority, Paul Wilson, chairman of the Black Police Association. It was the first time a Home Secretary has addressed such a conference, but there was not an audience of thousands or even hundreds, hardly to be expected perhaps at a gathering of black police officers. What Jack Straw outlined was a plan to change all that, to treble the number of ethnic minority recruits.
By targets, I mean targets, and I don't mean quotas. Quotas would be unlawful, but even if they were not unlawful, they would, in my judgment, and I think more importantly in the judgment of your association, be undesirable.
The Home Secretary wouldn't specify individual force targets, but overall in England and Wales, the aim is around 6%. That's 5,000 more ethnic minority recruits. In Manchester, for example, the figure is currently 2%, 164 out of a force of 7,000 officers. To reach the national target, another 250 black and Asian officers will have to be taken on.
This initiative is taking place at a time of budgetary constraint, certainly within Greater Manchester Police. We've had to slow down and indeed stop recruiting for a number of months until we can actually estimate what our budgetary position will be from April next year.
Yet in London, there's little hesitation or doubt from the man who oversees the country's largest police force and whose back is against the wall for denying institutionalised racism exists in his force.
We won't make sufficient progress quickly enough, certainly for me, and I know certainly for the Home Secretary and the government. So we need innovation, we need reform, we need dramatic action.
But this is not simply about recruitment, it's also about lack of promotion and role models. There is only one Assistant Chief Constable and 7 of the rank of Superintendent who were black or Asian in all 43 forces throughout England and Wales.
I don't know what the Home Secretary's got in mind when he talks about individuals not achieving their targets, but I'm sure when the Home Secretary talks about introducing measures, Chief Constables tend to listen.
They will have little option. By the time targets are set, the Lawrence inquiry will have delivered its verdict to the Home Secretary, and that will be the key to the government's commitment to combating racism.